Tanghal! Ta! Pinuno, tanghal. Ta! Ba, ta! Dadala, kalis. Baba! Ta! Your Highness, the ceremony is over.
Isa sa highlights ng pagbisita ni Grandmaster Fra Matthew Festing ay ang pagtungo niya sa Basay, Eastern Samar para personal niyang kamustahin ang rehabilitation projects na pinondohan ng Malteser International and Sovereign Military Order of Malta to the Philippines. Isang misa rin ang isasagawa sa San Antonio Church, consecration of the church to Our Lady of Philherme and blessing of the 350 framed icons of Our Lady of Philherme. At sa pagtatapos ng kanyang official visit, tutungo naman ang Grandmaster sa Benguet para isagawa ang isang misa sa Chapel of the Exaltation of the Holy Cross sa Coros, Tublay. Si Fra Matthew Festing ay isang Englishman na nahirang bilang Grandmaster noong ika-11 ng Marso taong 2008 matapos pumanaw ang dating Grandmaster na si Fra Andrew Bertie. Siya ngayon ang umuupong ika-79 na Grandmaster ng Order of Malta. Pinanganak noong taong 1949, nag-aral sa Ampleforth at sa St. John's College of Cambridge at nagtrabaho sa isang international art auction house bilang art expert si Fra Matthew Festing bago siya naging Grandmaster. Nanilbihan din siya sa Grenadier Guards na may ranggong colonel sa Territorial Army. Naging member siya ng Sovereign Order of Malta taong 1977 at nanumpa noong 1991 bilang isang ganap na professed Knight of the Order. Ang Sovereign Order of Malta ay sinasaklaw ng international law at may sariling independent magistracy. Aktibo rin ito sa pagpapaigting ng bilateral at diplomatic ties sa 105 bansa at nabigyan ng permanent observer sa samut-saring international organizations kabilang na ang United Nations. Ito'y pinamumunuan ng isang Grandmaster na nagsisilbing Head of State at Head of Church na hinihirang ng mga professed knights by the Council Complete of State. Ang nahirang na Grandmaster ay uupong pinuno habang buhay at ito'y mamumuhay alinsunod sa sinumpaang monastic vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Bilang kinikilalang leader, inaasahan na buong buhay niyang gagampanan ang tungkuling maisabuti at maisaayos ang mga proyektong isinusulong ng order at magsisilbing halimbawa sa mga miyembro nito. Ang mga nahihirang na Grandmaster ay kikilalanin sa titulong Most Eminent Highness at igagawad naman ng Roman Catholic Church sa kanya ang ranggo ng kardinal. Ang Magistral Palace sa Aruba ang nagsisilbing official residence nito at seat of government. Ang Sovereign Military Hospitalier of St. John of Rhodes and of Malta ay ang tanging buhay na order of chivalry mula pa noong medieval period taong 1048. Tinawag na Order of St. John of Jerusalem, isa itong monastic community na binuo para magpalakad ng mga ospital, kumbento at simbahan para sa mga nananampalatayang dumarayo sa Jerusalem. Sa pamumuno ni Blessed Gerard, naging malaya mula sa simbahan at pamahalaan ang pamamalakad ng organisasyon sa bisa na rin ng inilabas na Papal Bull, isang opisyal na kasulatan o decree na ginawa ni Pope Paschal II. Ito'y pinapatakbo ng mga knights na nanumpa para sundin ang 3 monastic vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. At pipirma na po si Fra Matthew Festing dito sa guest book, isang tradisyon ng lahat ng bumibisitang heads of government at state dito sa Malacanang Palace. At kasama po sa kanilang konstitusyon ang Kingdom of Jerusalem upang magsilbing military defense para pagsilbihan ang mga may sakit at mga manlalakbay. Sa puntong ito, kanilang ginamit ang white 8-pointed cross para maging simbolo ng grupo. Ngunit matapos ang pagbagsak ng St. John of Arce at ng Holy Land taong 1291, nilipat ng Hospitalier Order of St. John ang kanilang base sa Limassol sa isla ng Cyprus. Sa islang ito, nagtayo ng mga ospital at patuloy na pinagsilbihan ng mga manlalakbay sa dagat patungo sa Holy Land. Subalit dahil sa gulo sa Cyprus, napilitang maghanap muli ng ibang base ang Hospitalier at tinungo nila ang Island of Rhodes. Sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Grandmaster Fra Folque de Villaret, dumaong ang barko, sinasakyan nito sa Rhodes. Dahil sa estratehiyang lokasyon nito, mas napadali ang pakipag-ugnayan sa mga bansang nasa silangan at kanlurang bahagi ng mundo. Pinapamunuan ito ng isang Grand Master o Prince of Rhodes kasama ang mga bumubuo ng council na may iba't ibang nasyonalidad. Sila rin ang gumagawa ng kanilang pera at pinapaigting nito ang pakipag-ugnayan sa ibang mga bansa. Ngunit taong 1523, matapos ang mainit na pakipagdigmaan sa Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, napilitan ang mga knights na sumuko at lisanin ang Rhodes. At nakita po natin na pumasok na sa music room ang panauhing pandangal para sa courtesy call na gaganapin bago po ang official turnover ng symbolic turnover po ng 700 houses na itinayo dito sa Bantayan Island at sa Basay, Eastern Samar. Matagal na nawala ng sariling teritoryo ang Hospitalier hanggang sa mapunta ito sa isla ng Malta sa pamumuno ni Grandmaster Fra Philippe de Villiers de Al-Adam. Sa bisa ng isang utos ni Emperor Charles V na may basbas ni Pope Clement VII, kanilang naging teritoryo ang Malta. Dito napagkasunduan ang pagiging patas nito sa anumang away sa pagitan ng mga Kristiyanong bansa. Sa Malta, itinayo ang malaking ospital ng Hospitalier na kinikilalang isa sa pinakamaganda sa mundo. Kanila rin itinayo ang isang paaralan na anatomy at dito rin kanilang pinagtibay ang ophthalmology and pharmacology. Nakisabak din ng mga knights sa ilang digmaan gaya ng Battle of Lepanto at sa puwersa ng mga Ottoman at pirata. At kanina po ay nakapanayam natin si DSWD Secretary Dinky Soliman patungkol po dito sa gaganaping turnover ng mga pabahay dyan sa Cebu at saka sa Eastern Samar. Pero bago po yan ay papakita namin sa inyo yung mga naging kaganapan sa pagdating niya sa NAIA Terminal 3 kahapon. Bago po yun, kabilang po dito sa mangyayari ngayong umaga yung turnover symbolic nitong 700 houses sa Basay at saka sa Bantayan. Can you tell us, napili na po ba itong mga pagbibigyan ng mga bahay na ito?
Opo, ito po ay bahagi ng Build Back Better natin na ang Order of Malta ay nagbigay nga nitong mga bahay na ito. Dati na silang tumutulong sa iba't ibang mga sakuna na nadadala natin. So yung pagpili ng mga maninirahan dito ay kasama ang lokal na pamahalaan at ito po ay mga pamilya na hindi na pwedeng bumalik sa dati nilang kinatatayuan sapagkat nasa unsafe zone sila. Kaya ito yung mga bagong settlements na itinayo ng Order of Malta para sa ating mga kababayan sa Basay at sa Bantayan Island.
At maliban pa po doon, meron pa kayong mga iba pa mga bahay o proyekto na ito-turn over din para sa mga naging biktima ng Yolanda?
Opo, yan ay symbolic nga lang dito pero sa Webes kami ay mismo pupunta sa Basay para makakilala ng ating bisita, no, si His Eminent Highness Festing, para makilala niya ang mga magbebenepisyo mula sa mga dinonate nila na bahay. At meron din silang livelihood component na gustong i-promote, no, na kasi kami nga ang kanilang kapartner. So napakahalaga na mabigyan natin sila ng pagpugay at pagpapasalamat. At yan ang mangyayari ngayon sa Malacanang.
Okay, maraming salamat po.
Salamat din.
Nandiyan po siya. Wait lang. Sige. So, parang nawala na kasi. At kanina po umaga ay nagkaroon ng wreath-laying ceremony sa Rizal Park at sinamahan po dito sa wreath-laying ceremony si Fra Matthew Festing ni Manila Mayor Joseph Estrada. Nakikita po natin itong seremonyang wreath-laying dyan po sa Luneta. Ito po ay isinasagawa ng tradisyonal ng isang visiting head of state or head of government. At bilang pong Manila Mayor naman ay nandyan si Mayor Estrada para i-welcome din ang ating panauhing pandangal. Ito po ay isang tradisyon ng bawat bumibisitang panauhing pandangal or head of state ng ating pamahalaan. At ito po ay pagpapakita ng pagpupugay sa kabayanihan ng ating pambansang bayani na si God Jose Rizal. Matagal pong nawala ng sariling teritoryo ang hospitalier ng Sovereign Order of Malta hanggang sa napunta ito sa isa ng Malta sa pamumuno ni Grand Master Fra Philippe de Villiers de Al-Adam sa bisa ng isang utos ni Emperor Charles V na may basbas ni Pope Clement VII, kanilang naging teritoryo ang Malta. Dito po naging napagkasunduan ng pagiging patas nito sa anumang away sa pagitan ng mga Kristiyanong bansa. Sa Malta po tinayo ang pinakamalaking ospital ng hospitalier na kinikilala na isa sa mga pinakamaganda sa mundo. Kanila ring tinayo ang isang paaralan ng anatomy at dito kanilang pinagtibay ang ophthalmology and pharmacology. At taong 1798, inukupa ni Napoleon Bonaparte ang Malta dahil na rin sa stratehiko nitong lugar. Ngunit dahil na rin sa sinumpaan nitong hindi makipagdigmaan sa kapwa Kristiyano, napilitan silang lisanin ng Malta sa kabila ng Treaty of Amiens na nagbibigay sa kanila ng karapatan sa teritoryo. Taong 1834, lumipat sa Roma ang Knights Hospitalier. Dito, malaya sila sa anumang batas dahil sa extraterritorial status nito. At mula noon hanggang ngayon, naging aktibo na lamang sa paghahatid ng medical at humanitarian missions ang Knights Hospitalier. Sa katunayan, malaki ang naging ambag nila sa pagbibigay tulong sa mga biktima ng giyera sa panahong World War I at World War II. At ngayon nga ang mga naging biktima ng Bagyong Yolanda sa ating bansa. At kabilang po sa highlights ng pagbisita ng ating panauhing pandangal dito sa ating bansa ang pagpunta bukas dyan po sa Basay, Eastern Samar at dito po sa Bantayan Island sa Cebu para nga po tignan itong mga itinayong bahay at iti-turn over dito sa mga beneficiaries yung mga naitayo ng bahay. Madami po ito, 700 houses. At pagkatapos po ng courtesy call na isinasagawa ngayon sa music room ay magkakaroon po ng symbolic turnover nitong susi para dito sa 700 mga pabahay na ito. At pagkatapos po noon ay magkakaroon po ng conferment ng Order of Sikatuna with the rank of Grand Scholar o Raha Award na ibibigay kay Fra Matthew Festing. Pagkatapos po noon ay magkakaroon ng press statement at question and answer with the media and then yung inihaing luncheon para sa ating panauhing pandangal. At ito pong Sovereign Order of Grand Malta ay nakakuha ng financial donations mula po sa ilang mga malalaking organisasyon, international organizations, kagaya ng European Community at ng United Nations at iba't ibang mga mayayamang beneficiaries. At yan po muna ang mga kaganapan dito po sa Malacanang. Balik po muna tayo sa studio.
the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, a family of 10 nations found in the southeastern sub-region of Asia. It is composed of Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Lao People's Democratic Republic, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. A forerunner of the ASEAN is the Association of Southeast Asia, or ASA. ASA is a regional bloc of the Philippines, Malaysia, and Thailand that was formed in 1961. ASEAN, however, was born on August 8, 1967 in Bangkok, when the foreign ministers of Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, and the Philippines met in Bangkok to sign the ASEAN Declaration that formally established what is now known as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. These 5 ministers are referred to as the founding fathers of the ASEAN. Their vision was to unite all Southeast Asian nations, which was realized when ASEAN expanded to include Brunei Darussalam on January 8, 1984, Vietnam on July 28, 1995, Lao People's Democratic Republic, and Myanmar on July 23, 1997, and Cambodia on April 30, 1999. From 5 countries, ASEAN now encompasses 10 member states with a diversity of cultures, but united in a common yearning to become one ASEAN community. ASEAN, we are many, but one. Welcome to ASEAN. The ASEAN, or the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, is a formidable regional organization and boasts some of the world's most vibrant economies. Today, the gross domestic products of the ASEAN's 10 member states total $3 trillion. The ASEAN region's vast wealth is as noteworthy as the stories behind the currencies of each of the 10 countries that make up the ASEAN. In 1967, Brunei dollar, also known as the Ringgit Brunei, became Brunei Darussalam's official currency. Interestingly, there is the same amount of Brunei and Singapore dollars in circulation because they are being managed together at 1:1 ratio. Cambodia's official currency is the rial. However, since 1993, it is the US dollar that has become the most circulated currency in the country. The rial notes, on the other hand, replaced US coins, which are not in circulation in Cambodia. The rupiah is the currency of Indonesia. It is also known as perak, or silver, in Indonesian. In 1946, the first Indonesian rupiah notes were issued when it declared its independence. Lao People's Democratic Republic's official currency is the Lao Kip. The highest banknote denomination of Lao Kip is 100,000, which was issued for the 450th anniversary of its capital Vientiane and the 35th anniversary of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. Ringgit means jagged in Malay, which described the edges of silver Spanish dollars that were used in Malaysia during the 16th and 17th century. Ringgit now refers to the currency of Malaysia. Myanmar's currency is the kyat. The modern Myanmar kyat was introduced in 1989 following the change in the country's name from Burma to Myanmar. The peso is the currency of the Philippines. It originated from the Spanish word peso fuerte de Filipinas. In 1967, the word peso was changed to the Filipino word piso in the banknotes and coins. The Singapore dollar is the official currency of Singapore. On July 24, 1990, Singapore released its first ever commemorative banknote to celebrate its 25th anniversary of independence. Thailand's currency is the Thai baht. It used to be a traditional unit of mass in Thailand. Thai baht was believed to be in use as early as the 13th to 15th century in the form of bullet coins known in Thai as Phot Duang. The Vietnamese dong is the currency of Vietnam since 1978. The word dong is used as a generic term for any currency in the Vietnamese language. These are the currencies of ASEAN, each telling the story of a country, together telling the story of one region. ASEAN, we are many, but one. Welcome to ASEAN. Through time, members of the ASEAN, or the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, have nurtured friendly ties with each other. And one of the many ways they do this is by engaging in sports or games. The ASEAN region is replete with indigenous games, a good number of which are largely influenced by the surroundings from which they originated. The sepak takraw is one such indigenous game in the region. This game, which can be played by either men or women, makes use of hand-woven ball made from a rattan plant. It is played on a rectangular court with a rectangular net at the center. Sepak takraw is also known by many names in different places in the region. It is traditionally a social pastime, played in public events, while its modern version is more competitive and played in regional, national, and international tournaments with structured rules and regulations. These rules and regulations were established in 1960 to harmonize the different versions of the game. It was also agreed then that sepak takraw would be its official game. Sepak takraw is a combination of the Malay word for kick and the Thai word for ball. Another popular indigenous game among the peoples of ASEAN is kite flying, which is also known by many names in each country of the region. ASEAN kite makers take advantage of the abundance of raw materials in the region to craft these multicolored aerial wonders. According to the ASEAN Kite Council, there are several distinct kite designs from the various ASEAN countries. In 2011, the first ASEAN Kite Festival was held and attended by some 100 international kite flyers from the 10 member states of the region. This shared passion for the rich tradition of kite making and flying provided the impetus for the creation of the ASEAN Kite Council in February 2004 by 7 ASEAN member states, while the other 3 have already expressed their desire to join the organization. This indigenous game is truly a way of expressing that the ASEAN peoples are under the same sky. Another indigenous game in the ASEAN region is top spinning. A top is usually fashioned from a piece of wood, clay, or metal. It has an axis around which it rotates. A top can be set in motion by spinning a cord or a string around it and hurling it on a spot where it can rotate continuously. There are various types of tops in the ASEAN region. Some are small, some are big, some have intricate designs, while some have smooth surfaces. Top spinning is very much a part of the ASEAN people's way of life. It is played during the harvest season, festivals, tournaments, and other public events. Top spinning, one of the many indigenous games in the ASEAN region that member states share with each other, binding them as one people. ASEAN traditional games, be it on land and in sky, or anywhere, the ASEAN peoples will always find a way to express their shared sense of community. Kalamang magagamit ng bawat Pilipino. Sarap na naman maglakbay, mga Juan! Maging defensive driver, tingnan ang paligid at alerto lagi sa daan. Mag-seatbelt at gamitin ang mga side at rear view mirrors. Panatilihin ang tamang distansya sa ibang motorista. Iplano na maigi ang ruta. Huwag biglang magbabago ng lane o liliko at laging sumenyas kung magbabago ng direksyon. Tumawid lamang sa mga nakatakdang pedestrian crossing at overpass. Sundin ang mga traffic light at traffic signs. Huwag uminom kung magmamaneho. Huwag gamitin ang cellphone habang nagmamaneho o tumatawid ng kalye. At higit sa lahat, cool ka lang. Huwag matataranta o mapipikon, lalo na sa mga pasaway na driver at pedestrian. 101, kuntil-butil na kaalaman for everyone. Hatid sa inyo ng inyong telebisyon. 101, kalamang magagamit ng bawat Pilipino. Ngayong kainitan ng panahon, ingat lang sa sunog, mga Juan. Maglikpit na mga papel, kalat at iba pang mga bagay na pwedeng magliyab. Palagi ang i-check ang mga appliances at electrical wiring at i-repair ang mga sira. Huwag i-overload ang mga switch. Maging maingat sa pagluluto. I-check ang tangke ng LPG at siguraduhin wala itong singaw. Patayin ang mga gasera at kandila bago matulog at ilayo sa mga kurtina. Huwag mag-imbak ng gasolina, pintura o anumang flammable liquid sa loob ng bahay. Huwag iwanan ang nakasinding sigarilyo. Iwasang manigarilyo habang nagpapagasolina. Maglaan ng first aid kit. Gumawa ng emergency fire escape plan. At ilista ang numero ng pinakamalapit na istasyon ng bumbero sa inyong lugar. Perwisyo ng sunog ay iwasan. Lagi sana tayong safety conscious, mga Juan. 101, kuntil-butil na kaalaman for everyone. Hatid sa inyo ng inyong telebisyon ng bayan. Muling tunghayan ang tagisan ng mga kampiyon. Shakey's Girls Volleyball League of Champions. Ngayong panahon ng pagtatapos, sisibol ang mga susunod na pag-asa ng bayan. Sa lahat ng magtatapos na mag-aaral, isang pagsaludo po sa inyo ng inyong PTV, Telebisyon ng Bayan. pagsapit ng alauna, mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes.
Niyak naman ng Malacanang ang mga programa ng gobyerno para ng 58 centavos per kilowatt hour na bawas hingin sa kuryente.
Sa ngayon ay balik na sa normal ang operasyon ng
Kasama mo ang bagong henerasyon ng mga tagapagbalita sa pagharap sa pinakamaiinit na balitang pambayan. News at 1. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, 1:00 ng hapon. Hatid ng PTV News Center at ng PTV Telebisyon ng Bayan. Kamay mong kumakalinga ay kamay din na nagpapasya.
Good morning. We will now witness, please take your seats. We will now witness the ceremonial turnover by His Most Eminent Highness from Matthew Festing to President Benigno S. Aquino III of the symbolic key for the 700 newly constructed houses in Basay, Eastern Samar and Bantayan Island, Cebu, donated by the Sovereign Order of Malta.
There we are. I have so many pieces of paper. This one. Is it this one?
Yes.
Mr. President, Typhoon Haiyan was one of the strongest typhoons ever, devastating such large portions of the Republic of the Philippines. The Order of Malta, through its Philippine Association and our worldwide relief agency, Maltese International, offered its contribution and was able to respond immediately, providing medicines, food, relief, hygiene kits, seeds, tools for the much needed supplies. In addition, we constructed 700 homes for the people in Basay, Samar, Bantayan Island and Cebu. I am also very pleased to recall the relationship between your country and the Order is not one between donor and beneficiary, but indeed we operate together as partners, sharing common objectives for the benefit of those who suffer and are in need. We stand by our commitment to work with your people, accompanying the delivery of goods and the construction of infrastructures with solidarity and brotherhood, embodied in our shared values. And so, Mr. President, it's in this spirit that I now hand over to you the symbolic key of the 700 homes, with our best wishes for the people who will live there in peace, harmony, and security. So, and there it is.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you, Mr. President. The President will now confer the Order of Sikatuna, rank of Grand Collar, Raha, on His Most Eminent Highness from Matthew Festing. May we request the Chief of Presidential Protocol to read the citation.
The citation reads, "Be it known to all men by these presents that I, Benigno S. Aquino III, President of the Philippines, by virtue of the powers vested in me by law, in recognition of his significant contributions in further strengthening and deepening the foundation of the strong relations between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Military Hospitalier Order of St. John of Jerusalem, of Rhodes, and of Malta, for his exemplary and outstanding contributions in the fields of health, humanitarian support, disaster relief, and emergency services, for his leadership in extending assistance to the needy and to those in the peripheries of society, for his invaluable support to the Philippines during times of natural calamities, particularly Typhoons Ondoy and Pepeng in 2009, Typhoon Sendong in 2011, Typhoon Pablo in 2012, the Bohol and Cebu earthquakes, and Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. Through the facilitation of the Sovereign Order of Malta's humanitarian assistance programs, and for his commitment and hard work in the continued enhancement of people-to-people ties between the Philippines and the Sovereign Military Order of Malta, have caused to be inscribed in the roster of the Order of Sikatuna the name of Fra Matthew Festing, 79th Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order of St. John of Jerusalem of Rhodes and of Malta, with the rank of Grand Collar, done in the city of Manila this 3rd day of March in the year of our Lord, 2015.
His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing will now confer the Order Pro Merito Militensi, grade of collar, to His Excellency President Benigno S. Aquino III. May we request the Head of Protocol of the Sovereign Order of Malta to read the citation.
I have the honor to announce that His Most Eminent Highness, the Prince and Grand Master Fra Matthew Festing, and the Sovereign Council of the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order of St. John of Jerusalem of Rhodes and of Malta have decided to confer upon His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III the collar of the Order Pro Merito Militensi, in the desire of highlighting the excellent bonds of friendship existing between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta since the opening of diplomatic relations in 1965. The Sovereign Order of Malta wishes to express the deepest gratitude for having honored our Prince and Grand Master with the bestowal of the Grand Collar of the Order of Sikatuna on the occasion of his official visit to the Republic of the Philippines. It is with these feelings and in this spirit that the collar of the Order Pro Merito Militensi is now conferred by His Most Eminent Highness, the Prince and Grand Master, upon His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, wishing him every success in his future endeavors.
Thank you, Your Highness. Thank you, Your Excellency. They will now proceed to the podium to deliver their respective statements. His Excellency Benigno S. Aquino III, President, Republic of the Philippines.
Your Most Eminent Highness, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is fitting that we have as our guest His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Hospitaller Order of St. John of Jerusalem of Rhodes and of Malta, most humble guardian of the poor of Jesus Christ. This year is a historic milestone in our partnership as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Republic of the Philippines and the Sovereign Order of Malta. The strength of our partnership comes as no surprise. After all, we share many of the same values, especially given our common Roman Catholic heritage in particular. We admire your order's commitment to its mission, Tuitio Fidei et Obsequium Pauperum, nurturing, witnessing, and protecting the faith and serving the poor and the sick, representing the Lord. Over the years, we have witnessed you carry out this mission in many instances through your charitable works, from the humanitarian relief assistance you extended in the aftermath of the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in 1991, to the 700 new homes you constructed for those who were affected by Super Typhoon Yolanda in 2013. You have consistently helped us alleviate the suffering of our countrymen at the soonest possible time. Today's ceremonial handover of the symbolic key to these houses further illustrates the Order's generosity towards their fellow men. This complements our own government's plan to build back better, to break the vicious cycle of destruction and reconstruction by emphasizing long-term resilience in our reconstruction and rehabilitation efforts. We also welcome the news that Malteser International, the relief humanitarian arm of the Order, plans to establish a regional office in Southeast Asia. Its physical presence in our part of the world will certainly benefit Asian countries by allowing more effective coordination and execution of relief activities and facilitating our increased cooperation in areas of mutual benefit. As a gesture of appreciation for all the support we have received from the Order, we conferred upon His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Order of Malta, the Order of Sikatuna, rank of Ra. This is the highest order of diplomatic merit our people can bestow upon the leader of a state, and it stands as a symbol of our gratitude for the Order's friendship and assistance throughout the last half-century. These positive developments instill in me with confidence that moving forward, our bilateral relations will grow further on the foundations of our shared values, beliefs, and decades of friendship. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing, Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Order of Malta.
President, thank you very, very much for your kindness and your welcome, both to me and to those who have come here with me. I've been extremely impressed by what I've seen, and I'm overwhelmed by your hospitality, your generosity, your kindness, and your friendship. And thank you very, very much for all that. It's 50 years since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Republic of Philippines and now. It takes us back to 1965, and in the late 1970s, my predecessor, Fra Angelo de Mariana, made a visit here. What is intriguing, of course, is that relations between the Order of Malta and the Philippines date back much, much further than that. What is interesting is that long ago, 16th century, the end of the 16th, beginning of the 17th century, there were at least 2 governors of the Philippines during the Spanish period who were Knights of Malta. So we are not, I think, total strangers to this part of the world. It takes us back all that period, over 500 years approximately. The Philippines are an eloquent example of how the diplomatic ties have allowed the Order of Malta to intervene in a successful way in the last few years. And of course, we are very conscious of the terrible series of natural disasters which have hit the world. We are proud and delighted to have been at least of some help. Recent activities have included post-emergency support, rehabilitation, and disaster preparedness. And of course, we all recall the violence with which the Haiyan typhoon struck the country in 2013, causing many casualties and terrible destruction. After the disaster, our association here in the Philippines, together with the support of Maltese International, which is our worldwide relief agency, reached the country within 3 days of the disaster. And of course, the two organizations, your own association of the order here and our international, extremely well together, and I think succeeded in producing a very good result. And if I may say so, the Philippine Association of the Order gives a wonderful example of the efficiency of their cooperation. And there are other countries which certainly should follow their example. Today, as we saw, we handed over the symbolic key to the doors of 700 newly built houses donated by the Order to the population hit by the Haiyan typhoon in Samar and Bantayan Island. And I'm very much looking forward, while I'm here, to seeing some of the work which has been carried out. I hope that the training have also been able to initiate, have provided effective help. And I'm very much again looking forward to knowing more about the impact of Hagupit, which struck the Philippines last December. I hope as a result of some of our interventions that by then the population was better prepared, and I was interested also to hear from His Excellency the President in the last few minutes the plans to further increase the Order of Malta intends to strengthen our collaboration and our relations with the Republic of the Philippines in the short-term future. We are discussing the possibility of a cooperation agreement and indeed the elaboration of what we have been doing here so far. So I hope very much that my visit and that of my colleagues will be part of an ongoing developing program which will further enhance the relations between the Order and indeed your country. And thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Your Highness. That concludes the press statements. May we request everyone to remain seated while President Aquino and His Most Eminent Highness Fra Matthew Festing take their leave. Thank you.
Kaya nakita po natin ang mga isinagawang press statement ni Pangulong Benigno S. Aquino III at ang ating panauhing pandangal na si Fra Matthew Festing, ang Grand Master at Prinsipe ng Sovereign Order of Malta. Sinabi po ni Fra Matthew Festing na noong pagkatapos ng ilang araw lamang pagkatapos ng Bagyong Yolanda ay nagpunta dito ang Malteser International, ang isang ahensya ng Sovereign Order of Malta para magdala ng medicines, relief goods, tools at seeds para sa mga farmers apektuhan ng Bagyong Yolanda. At sinasabi niya na they stand by their commitment to work with the Philippines in solidarity and brotherhood. At sinabi niya na yung mga pabahay para sa mga biktima ng Bagyong ay ibinibigay nila dito sa symbolic turnover ng keys para sa 700 bahay para makapamuhay itong mga survivors ng Yolanda typhoon na matiwas, mapayapa at ligtas. Ginawa rin si Aquino ni Fra Festing ng Order of ginawa si Fra Festing Order of rank of Color, samantala si Pangulo naman awaran ni Matthew ng Order Militant Grand Color. Daw ay para i-highlight itong excellent bond and friendship sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at Sovereign Order of Malta. Sa kanyang press statement, sinabi naman ni Pangulong Aquino ang matibay na pagsama o friendship ng sovereign Malta at ng Pilipinas dahil shared values nila dahil tayong niya na 1991 ay tulong na itong sovereign order na mga lanta dito sa Pilipinas. 1991 kasi ay pumutok ang pinatubig at nandiyan po Maltese International magbigay tulong. Ang nga pong Yolanda, malaki din ang naitulong nitong sovereign order at pinasalamat si Frank at ng mga tulong na ibinigay para sa mga kababayan Pilipino. Si Fra Festing naman po ay nagpasalamat din kay Pangulong Aquino sa hospitality, generosity at friendship ng mga Pilipino at yung mainit na pagtanggap po ng ating Pangulo dito kay Fra Festing. Sinabi na ang relasyon sa Pilipinas at ng Order of Malta ay talaga simula noong 19th century. Dalawang gobernasilyo ng Pilipinas ay member na Order of Malta 16th century lang. Sinabi niya na yung Maltese International ng Order of Malta nakarating sa Pilipinas ilang araw lamang matapos ganap bagyong Yola para itulong dito sa mga nasanta na bagyo. At he's looking to visiting base Eastern Samar at Bantayan Island para kita itong o na ibigay nilang tulong sa mga bayan natin kailangan. And sabi po, intends to strengthen relations between the Philippines and the Order of Malta. Kung kaya uusapan nila yung edad na magkaroon ng cooperation agreement. At ngayon po ay papak na sila dito sa Regional Hall para dito sa function na ibigay sa mga uhing ating panahon dangal po niya. And kanina po ay nagkaroon ng curveball na natagal ng siguro hating oras kung na po si Aquino, si Fra Festing at yung mga cabinet secretaries ng mga parts ng sovereign order of Malta. At dyan po sa President's Hall gagawin po i-launch para formal po ito para ating visiting of government. Kung kanina nagkaroon 19 gun salute, na 20 gun salute, dahil ang 20 gun salute ay ibigay para head of state na lang ang government ay binibigay sa mga heads of government. At po muna ang mga sa kanyang mamaya po ay magbabalik muna sa studio.
Juan Kalaman bawat Pilipino ngayong ng panahon. Ingat sunog mga pikpit na mga at ipapang bagay na pwede liyab. I-check ang appliances at electrical wiring at i-repair ang sira. Huwag i-open ang mga sumunod. Maging maingat luluto. Check ang tangke ng LPG at sigurado itong sinyal. Patay gasera tila bago ulo. Tayo. Tina. Huwag bak ng gas. Pinto o anumang fluid sa loob ng bahay. Huwag iwan kasimding silyo. Pasang manig habang gasolina, mag-first aid kit. Gumawa ng emergency fire escape plan at ilista ang numero ng pinakamalapit stasyon ng sa inyong stasyon ng sunog ay iwasan. Sana tayo safety conscious. Mga 101 kuntil alaman. Everyone. Inyo na telebisyon. Ang tag ng mga kampiyon. Shakey's Girls Volleyball League of Champions.